to leave today.
And yes, he was
but
supposed
I changed my flight till Monday.
Yes. And now you're here.
I'm here.
To add to the show.
Yes.
Because you can do that so well.
Thank you.
With your incredible memory that just has shook me up all my life.
I did kill quite a few brain cells last night watching the Steelers and the Ravens, so that's why I did not get on the plane today. And of course, I'd like to enjoy the show with you as well.
Well, I know you do, and I appreciate that so very, very much. Okay, let's see. We've got another date that we should tell you about. In 1933. She's not with us anymore. I'm talking about Jewel Akins. She was born on this date in 1938. No, 1933.
And
Pardon me.
It's a he, not a she. That's a Freudian slip. Unless Jewel had a sex change.
Dude, is that actually?
It's a guy. It's a guy.
No.
And he had a follow-up called Georgie Porgy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Jewel Akins was a guy.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Well, there you learned something.
Yeah. Boy, see there, I learned something great. Greg, it amazes me. It really does. But I'll tell you, the song we'll never forget, The Birds and the Bees. That biggest hit for him, Jewel Akins.
You did.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the stars in the sky and a girl and a guy and the way they could kiss on a night like this. When I look into your big brown eyes, it's so very plain to see that it's time you learn about the facts of life, starting from A to Z. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Yeah! When I look into your big brown eyes, it's so very plain to see that it's time you learn about the facts of life, starting from A to Z. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, about the birds and the bees and the flowers. Do 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 do. I'll meet you at your locker when school's dismissed. I'll carry your books home if you'll just give me one little do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Angela Jones, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Angela Jones, you know I love you, darling, more than I do life. Someday I'll get a preacher and let him make us man and do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Angela Jones, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Angela Jones, each night I pray to heaven, way up above, that you won't ever forget me and give somebody else your do-do-do. Angela Jones, Angela Jones, I love your kind of loving, it's always been true. I love the way you whisper, I'll always be in love with a Angela Jones, Angela Jones. First the tide rushes in, plants a kiss on the shore, then rolls out to sea, and the sea is very still once more, so I'll rush to your side like the coming tide, with one burning thought, with your arms open wide, and last we're face to face, and as we kiss through an embrace, I can say I can feel you are love, you are the tide at its end. I'm at peace in the web of your arms.
That's the Righteous Brothers, Bill Medley and Bobby Hadfield, and their great rendition of Ebb Tide. You know who else had a major hit with that? Well, it was long before then, back in the early 50s. The Platters did an incredible version
And
of
didn't
Ebb
Al
Tide.
Hibbler have it out too?
Who did?
Al Hibbler?
Al
Al Hibbler, I think, or
Al
something?
Hibbler also had
I
it
think
out.
he did too, Paul.
As a matter of fact, I think Al Hibbler had the first version of
You
it.
could be right.
Then the Platters would record it, and then, of course, the Righteous Brothers, and boy, the rest is history, is all I can tell you. And previous to that, you heard Angela Jones, and speaking of John D. Loudermilk, as Greg and I were a few minutes ago, he wrote this song, Angela Jones, and Johnny Ferguson had a pretty fair hit with it, as a matter of fact, and became very, very popular at the time. Okay, let me see. Do you people remember Billy Vera and Judy Clay? Well, the late Judy Clay, as a matter of fact, was born on this date in 1938. This is a song that was done by them on the pop charts, and it was also a country song done by Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn on the country charts. It's called Country Girl, City Man, Billy Vera and Judy Clay.
born in Georgia.
Girl, you're looking kind of pretty.
Don't you think we ought to
get to know each other better? Take the time to find out why we can.
Gotta be so between a country girl and a city man.
We can find its grooving just across the line.
City boy had your eggs and bacon.
You were raised on cornbread.
The rooster crowed while I was waking.
About the time I was going to bed. Bet we got a lot in common. Take the time to find out why we can.
Gotta be so between a country girl and a city man.
We can find its grooving just across the line. Ain't it, baby? To know each other better, take the time to find out why we can.
Gotta be so between a country girl and a city man.
We can find its grooving just across the line.
That man's from New York City, she's a girl from Georgia town.
We can find its grooving just across the line.
That man's from New York City, she's a girl from Georgia town.
You know what? The title of this song, it reminds me. Oh, there goes my mind right out the window.
It reminds you of your mind?
No. Oh heavens! Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Okay.
Okay, the title reminds me of that. I'm a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll. That was the opening
I
for
remember
their
that.
show
I
on
always
television.
thought she was a little bit country and he was a little bit bubblegum.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Okay, well that's probably true too. Here's another song, as a matter of fact, that it has never before been played on my Friday night dance party. And I'm going to play it for you right now. It's by Chad Stewart and Jeremy Clyde. Here's Before and After.
He wears a smile, I wear a frown, and I can tell whenever he's around that only eyes of everyone are staring, and I know that they're comparing the two, whispering and saying when they do see the difference between the old and new, before and after. Losing you, losing you. His future's bright, my future's dim, and all the dreams we shared, you shared with him. And all the eyes of everyone are staring, and I know that they're comparing the two, whispering and saying when they do see the difference between the old and new, before and after. Losing you, losing